welcome back to my channel. We have a super quick and easy project today. If you want a last minute Valentine's gift or just something quick and easy to make, this is perfect. We are going to be making a coin purse out of our favorite Dollar Tree dish mat. All we will need today is our dish mat, our zipper, and some hardware for it. And of course, your sewing machine with your zipper foot. But let's jump right in. Now with our dish mat here, we've got the serged edge down the side. So we are just going to cut that off, and we are actually going to be able to use that for our hardware. So we want to just cut it right up against it without cutting any of those stitches. Let's take it, slice right off. And then that we'll set aside for later. And now we just need to cut 4 inches by 8 inches. So we will go ahead and cut 4 inches in. And then we'll set this aside to use later on for another project. Now when we come down to this, we're going to do the same thing with cutting off that serged edge. We'll set that aside. Then now we got 4 inches this way, we want 8 inches this way. And then that we can also set aside for another project. Alright, so we have our piece of dish mat here that we cut. We have our zipper. This is a 9-inch zipper. That's just all I had. Really, I only need 4 inches of it for up here. The right side of the zipper is the one with the teeth on it. We're just going to line our zipper and our dish mat up right sides together. This dish mat is the same on both sides, so I don't really have a right side. So we're just going to line that up, put some clips on it, and we will sew right up against that zipper. And you do not have to backstitch at the start and end as long as you run off the sides, because these are going to get trimmed up again later anyway. So to top stitch, we are going to have to try to work this down so that it stays folded back away from our zipper. To do that, I like folding it back, just kind of finger pressing it. And I'll put a clip down here at the end to make sure it stays. And as long as you push it down against your machine, you should be able to feel where it's staying. So then we're going to top stitch right on our dish mat to hold that side back. So you can see I've got this stitch line on the dish mat. Got this stitch holding it down back here. Now we're just going to flip this over this way to be right sides together with the zipper again, just lining these sides up the best you can. It should be relatively easy since it's just the same piece. Put some clips on this side so we can sew the zipper over here. Now to be able to top stitch this, we're going to have to open our zipper up. And this is where having a big zipper that's longer than your actual project is useful, because you can just flip it all the way around. Then again, we're just going to do kind of the same thing over here with like making sure we press this down real good. We'll put a clip to help hold it together at the end. Then again, we're just going to top stitch down that. So now we can see that is nice and pressed back. Now we're going to flip this back so it is inside out again. And we will close our zipper up just enough to where this side is closed. Now we'll set that aside for a second. And we'll go back to one of these serged edges that we cut off. So this one, I cut quite a big of a chunk off, and you can see over here, there's still a lot of dish mat material inside. So I'm just going to take my scissors and trim it a bit closer to those serged edges so that there is less dish mat material. So you're going to want like a couple inches of this, and if we take our hardware here, we'll put it through once, and you can see folding it in half, there's a lot of wiggle room there. So we can fold it through one more time, so it's kind of in there twice, and it covers up the whole 1/2 inch of my clip, and it's a bit more secure on there. So I'm going to go ahead and put a clip on this, set this aside for a second. Now pulling this back out, being folded in half, you can kind of see we've made a little crease here. Line that crease up with your zipper, so we can take this, just push it so it's flat, the closed side of the zipper. I'm just going to go ahead and put some clips around here, and don't worry about the zipper yet. You can trim it now if you want, so if it's kind of in the way, we can go ahead and trim it. But we're going to want to put a clip here, so now that is secure. And on our other side, we just have to line up our zipper as much as we can. And the open side is where you're going to want your hardware to be. So we can take our hardware here and just slide that in there. Line it all up, make sure it's all in the middle. And again, you can trim the zipper on this side if you want. I don't usually, but whatever you want to do. Now we're going to put our regular foot back on our machine. Now we have a few different options here. If you have a serger, you can take your serger and just sew down both of these sides to give it that finished edge. If you don't have a serger, we can use our regular machine, do a straight stitch down the side, and then go back and do a zigzag stitch to help cover up these raw edges here. I usually like to use my serger, but for this time I'm going to use my sewing machine so you can see that. And I do back stitch at the start and end, and I just sew with about a 1/4 inch seam allowance. And when we get to where our hardware and stuff is, might be kind of hard for your machine going over it, I do back stitch to make sure it's held nice and tight. So you can see we got our straight stitch down that side. Now we're going to flip it. We'll do down this side. So now that we have this little pocket here, we are just going to take our scissors and trim off this extra. Trim off the extra zipper, the extra from our hardware. And now we can go through with our zigzag stitch and cover up these raw edges. I usually line up the edge of my fabric with the center of my presser foot so that it goes off this edge and on this edge, and that will help to cover those raw edges. And you just go slow, make sure it's catching everywhere. And then I back stitch at the start and ends. So now you can see I've got this sewn edge and the zigzag to help cover up that raw edge. And I'll repeat the same thing on this side. There we go. Now we got both sides done. And we are almost there. Now we just need to box these corners out. So I just kind of stick my finger in through here and push that, press it so it's flat. We'll go back to our straight stitch. And again, I just try to get this as flat as I can. And I just line it up with one of these over here, hoping to box these to be about 1/2 inch this way. The bigger you make these, the more boxy it'll be. The smaller, it'll be more of like that pouch look. And then I don't even bother with trimming these, but you can serge this again this way, or how we just did our straight stitch, you can cut it and do another zigzag. But I find that this is small enough that it doesn't really affect it, and it'll help it keep its shape once you have it completely together. So you can experiment, figure out what you like, and we'll repeat this to all 4 corners. And you just want to make it as straight as you can. Now the last thing to do is trim all your threads and flip it right side out. I usually start at the corners, work my way through, push our corners out here. Ta-da, now we got this cute little guy. How adorable is it? There we go, and just kind of work on making it nice and plump. Perfect. But look how adorable it turned out. Oh my god, I love it. I didn't do quite a great job with keeping all 4 of my corners the same size, but whatever. I'm just going to use it for me. I'll make it look even enough. Turned out pretty good for not even trying this at all before starting this tutorial. And if you're trying something new, dish mats are the perfect thing to practice on. Perfect little project for any beginner. If you enjoyed this at all, please like this video, subscribe to my channel to keep up with all the fun, cool tutorials. I do have some other fun dish mat ideas coming up soon that I cannot wait to share for you guys. If you have any ideas, please leave those down in the comments below. I would love to hear them. If you make any of these on your own, tag me on social media. All my social medias are linked down below. I would love to see what you make. But until next time.